All right, YouTube, we are live. Hope you guys are having a good Monday. Happy Monday. Starting the week off. Hopefully, have a good one. Um, but yeah, we're about to react to the Dope Check live on YouTube because there's been some crazy Rostermania with the CDL stuff. Oh, we actually got to do our tags first. Hold on. All right. Hopefully, this doesn't take too long. Jesus Christ. Controller's flying. Black Ops 6. Save. Alright, looks like we're good. Alright, so we just put the thumbnail. Okay, for some reason it's still tweaking on me. But that should be saved. Link. Alright, we are good.
Straight up with each other and like tell each other how we feel. And I
Alright.
just feel like that will maintain and like relieve like the bitterness feeling like afterwards, you know? Because
Yeah,
now like
motherfucker.
when you do it sneakily, you're like, this motherfucker went behind my back, da 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 da, and you don't
Motherfuckers
forget that.
motherfuckers get top 6 in an event. They're like, yeah, we'll see you back for scrims. Next thing you know, the guy is
Yeah.
fucking the guy's gone home.
Now he's on the phone. Yo, good try this event. 2 hours later, I'm on the phone. Yo, this motherfucker costing me, bro. Like, da, 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 I need a new player. Like, yeah.
Temp ain't even lying.
Yeah.
I just feel like that would be much better to maintain friendships in Call of Duty. So
I think that's probably like the best thing around it is like, even when I got dropped, I knew it was happening just from like, you guys weren't like when me and you were talking, Don. It was never like, don't worry about it, Trey. Like, you good.
Yeah.
It was not, it was like, bro, what the fuck's going on with you?
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like younger me, I was like, bro, I don't think I'm doing anything wrong, man. I think I'm doing all right. Like, what's going on there? But like, you just sense it. And like back then, I feel like in the moment you don't appreciate it when someone's actually that upfront with you until later on when you're like, damn, like, he was just trying to help me out, you know. And then I get a phone call from Revan while everyone's in the background, and it's just like, yo, Trey, you're gone, and it's like, that's cool, And I feel like a lot of people need to appreciate the fact that you're not even being a dick; you're actually being a good friend.
I'm trying to let you know, like, bro, on Vegas when we had Pro Loot, like, oh my god, like, it was the most insane version of this. This is why I ride for Pro Loot now, and I think Pro Loot should be in the league. Like, bro, Pro Loot, when we got top 6 first event, he carried us in search. He literally did all of our strats. Like, Byron was good as hell on our team. Like that was my favorite version of our team, and we only had Pro Loot for 1.5, or we had him for Major 2 too, and then they wanted to get rid of him. But it was like a visible downward spiral. I'm like, Byron, like you need to just show up on time. Like when, I didn't care that he didn't show up on time, but like McGee and Clay, like that would really piss them off. I'm like, bro, just do. Like I tried everything. I'll be out loud, like just do this and you won't get dropped. Like I would just tell him that. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, and then he just was like, fuck this shit. Basically, he basically like kind of got himself dropped. Like he could have easily like avoided it. You know what I'm saying? Like he could have easily, if he put his best effort, Pro Loot would have stayed on our team. You know what I'm saying? Like I was literally trying my hardest to just tell him like, this is what such and such thinks about you. If you keep doing this, you're going to get dropped. You know what I'm saying? Like to me, that at least puts the player in a situation to either respond, like they're not gonna like it. They're gonna be like, damn, like if I don't do this, I'm gonna get dropped. Or they can be like, all right, bet this is all I have to do and I won't get dropped, bet. And then they take it in stride and they actually improve on the areas where the team doesn't want to, or the team doesn't like them in. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I hear you. I mean, so it's interesting segue then to this whole like Pred changing roles thing, right? Because this is a big, like, I definitely have my thoughts on this. Because AG was pretty clear on stream the other day that they discussed the idea of a role change. Apparently, Shotzi said that Kenny was open to it. I mean, look, we were talking about this for months. We were like, look, Optic are trash. They've got to try something. Why not try Pred and Kenny switching it around? Because it's not like Kenny wasn't, or it's not like Pred wasn't running the MCW sometimes last year to good effect. Like, the guy can use an AR. He just prefers running the second sub. Okay, fair enough. You prefer running the second sub. Kenny apparently was down to switch, and Pred said that he wasn't. He said, look, he's been a top SMG in the last few games. Why would I change? And then he said, oh, we're getting Skies in, so then he can swap with Kenny. And
That's crazy. If I was on Optic and they just told me to use the AR a little bit, I'd be like, say less. Thank God.
This was
Bro got dropped just for that. It's kind of crazy. But I mean, you know, like he said, he is a top sub, so
open to the idea. And it's like what you're saying.
Guess just do you.
Like, let's say someone went to Pred and was like, "Look, AG, we gotta try this role change, or if it don't work out, you're gonna have to go because what else are we gonna try?" Obviously that didn't happen, and then he gets dropped, and he's like shocked Pikachu face. It's like, well, I got a second.
Yeah, I don't know why he'd act shocked about that.
Which maybe could have saved the team. You never know. So, like, I'm just a little bit confused.
Yeah, because I think it was Kenny and Vanguard. I think him and someone else switched roles like mid-season. Then they ended up winning the World Championship in a couple tournaments. So yeah, Pred not wanting to flex is just kind of weird.
I actually spoke to AG a little bit about this. I said the same thing. Like, I'm like, if you want to try to salvage your shit, you got to try it. And then he's just like, no. And
that's crazy.
Respect that. I think I'm like, all right, bet. That's hard. Like, you were that confident in your ability as a sub, which you should be. If I achieved everything that AG did, like AG Rookie of the Year, he won the first event, his first year MVP. Like, he is a superstar player, bro. Like, we have to remember this game has only been out, or we only played, what, 2 majors? Take these 2 majors out. AG, bro, I was there the offseason. Every person is walking up to AG trying to pick him up on their team, bro. Like, yeah, we're not gonna rewrite history, bro. Like, that's what people try to do. Like, I don't give a damn if he got caught in a couple clips kill whoring or whatever. Also, on the kill whoring standpoint, if you kill horn, you drop a 40 every game, that shit does not matter. That's actually perfectly fine. Isn't that what, like, Hydra is technically a kill whore, but he drops 40 every game, so he's godlike. Like, I don't give a damn if AG's getting caught in clips and going the wrong ways, but you're on a broken, collapsed team. So I don't even judge his gameplay off a broken, collapsed team. When you're on a broken, collapsed team, everything you do is kind of fake. It's kind of fake. Like, when you're on a broken, collapsed team, there's no trust. Everyone's gonna play worse. Like, wouldn't you, Trey, as a pro player, don't you feel like it is easier to play good when everyone's playing good? You can play good with your fucking eyes closed. Like,
yeah, because it's already like the map's like closed off for you. Like,
the map's so easy. So easy. So I don't judge AG. People are like, AG sucks. Everyone keeps saying they suck at this game. This player, people are saying Shotzi sucks at this game. Don't judge these players off of fucking 2 events, bro. Like,
On a broken
AG
team.
is a super on a broken team. AG is a superstar player, bro. I remember everybody walking. Yo, he had offers from this team, that team, this team, that team. Like, this guy is an MVP caliber player. Like, I guarantee he'll look by far the best player on the Falcons or whatever team he's on. The Falcons, right? Whatever team he's on, he's gonna play good. I promise you.
I mean, listen, my point, and I agree with Don as well, as like in terms of standing 10 toes on you being like the best in your position, best in your role. The only thing I didn't agree with is the shit's already chalked. Like, you know, as a team, let's try and find a way how we can try and salvage it. And like, he just cut it off. That's the only thing where I'm just like, well, it just sounds to me like they were trying to work it out as a team, but he shut it down, which is cool. Like I said, Don, like, you know, everything you just listed is like perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But then don't be surprised when he get dropped, you know.
But to me as a team, like I'm saying, like, to me as like someone who's like, right, listen, I want to try and make this work. I've tried doing that on every roster
I see what
possible.
you're saying.
I'll try doing that on every roster possible. You know, I'm gonna see if it works. If I don't feel comfortable, if I try it for like a few days and I don't feel comfortable, nah, fuck it, we ain't doing that. I'm not doing it. My thing was at least give it a go to try and salvage a team, because everyone wants you to succeed. You've just won champs. Everyone wants you to succeed. The champs, your teammates, everyone wants to see it work out. And you know, I think it's probably a little bit disheartening to his teammates that he said like no straight up. But I understand why he did as well. I'm not saying I'm playing both sides because I understand both sides. But me as a team player, it would just be a little bit disheartening in terms of, you know, can we try this out? No, all right, bet. Don't worry about it.
See, your mindset is very good, and it's probably the best mindset. But you also got to look at it like, bro, there's a certain breed of COD players that have ran both roles. Like, the people who have literally only ran one role, they should not, like, that's just how they think. You know what I'm saying?
No,
like,
sure.
you got to
For
look
sure.
at it like, imagine Insight running a fucking sub. Like, that would just sound like you're on fucking cocaine. Like, that wouldn't even make
Yeah,
sense.
no.
Like,
I mean, listen, it happened to me in World War II. That's probably why I'm like so like my
yeah,
opinion.
you had to run a sub, and then you ran a sub, and you were actually a good ass sub. And you're like, wow, this shit's not that hard. Like,
you want to know why though, Don? Because Rated said to me straight up, he goes, Trey, your ass on the AR. If you're ass on the sub, we're dropping you.
okay,
Damn.
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Be
real
straight
shit.
up.
That's
Be
real.
straight up.
That's fire.
And I said, yo, Joe, is he being serious? He goes, I don't fucking know, but I'm gonna assume so. So you best start frying. Guess what? I'll start talking.
That's good. That's what I'm saying. That's fire. I fuck with that.
Crazy work.
You know, but like I said, like I feel like no one's wrong in this situation, and I respect AG for standing 10 toes on it because he is a superstar player. He's MVP. He's done this, done that. So I do respect it in that aspect. Maybe his teammates didn't respect it in terms of like he just shut it down. You know, that's the only thing I can see.
I think for AG, it's interesting where the next steps are, because he said quite a lot, like in this stream that he did, about how like he's satisfied with what he achieved on Optic. He went to Optic with the intention to win champs, to win events. That's what he done. He turned up, he won a couple of events, he won champs. He's now got a couple of chips in the back pocket. He's got his world championship ring. And I feel like Pred's going to be look, I'm not saying Pred doesn't want to win, but I think Pred's in a position, given his mindset and what he's achieved so far, like I wouldn't say he's accomplished everything he wants to achieve, but if Falcons come knocking on the door and they say, hey, look, you can be the star player of our team, we'll pay you a bag.
What's good, X?
Maybe you're not going to win as much as you would if you won Optic as you did last year. That might be an acceptable trade-off for AG right now. He looks at what he's achieved. He's got his ring on the board. He's got a couple of chips, and now he can potentially be superstar, team leader, face of that team that ain't going anywhere for years to come.
I'm not sure if they already talked about the Falcons thing yet, but I really want to.
A lot of sense.
I kind of want some more intel on
more
that.
so than many other
I
players
already
in
know the
league.
rumored roster.
So
It's just
hopefully it works out
insane.
for him
They
if
dropped all the
it's
Saudi
true,
players
because
off
obviously
of
we'll talk about
Falcons
now what
to
their
replace them
roster's
with
gonna be
NA players
if
again.
the rumors are true that Falcons are picking up AG and then making the move. I mean, we heard about this Trey. I mean, what was it? Probably.
Oh, there it is. Let's go.
A couple weeks before the major. At
This is
least a week
insane.
Before the major, that
Yeah,
Falcons
I mean,
were
I've
probably
been
going to blow
calling
it
it.
up. Not
been
Fred
calling it.
specifically, but Falcons like moving away from the
I
Saudi
called
thing.
it at the end of the year. This is what they would do. You know, I said they were gonna blow it up, but keep the best Saudi Arabian player.
I also called it
They're
before the
doing
season
now.
even started.
And
I
build
said
it
if the
around
Falcons do
Saudi
not do
Arabian
good, they're
pros.
going back home.
The thing is right now they got very lucky with AG. They got very, very lucky. If AG's rumored to be on there, listen, AG solidified there for the rest of his life. That guy's locked into the Falcons. He's throwing up the birds. Which, like I said it last week. This is the perfect opportunity for AG. He can have a superstar roster. Money ain't an issue. You ain't got to take a pay cut to get Kenny. You know, you ain't got to take a pay cut to pick any player up. You are on the best org possible in terms of facilitating what you need. I do have a thing about it though. You know, the rumored roster was supposed to be Xnid, Pred, RCEs, and ProLoot. A few days ago, I got told from a very good source of mine, ProLoot isn't on the roster anymore. And the reason being is upper management blocked it. Now I know the reason why, but I'm not gonna say it because I've been asked not to say it. But just know upper management blocked it, and that's why you now see Priester coming onto the lineup, which everyone's shocked with. Now, do I see this Falcons roster winning an event? No. Do I see them winning a series? Yeah, they're gonna win a series. They're gonna win a series. Yeah, they're gonna win a series, and let me tell you, that's gonna be generational. It's gonna be generational because right now they've got no.
That is true. Clayster is the coach there.
Maybe that's what the fucked up thing on the COD League website was for, rap, because they predicted.
Oh, maybe true. They predicted 30 points for the Falcons, and then they copied and pasted our site to get it right. All good.
No. Listen. ProLoot being on the roster is literally only being blocked by upper management, from what I've been told. Like nothing else with the players with the players, and whatever. Like, apparently, it just got blocked.
But just want to say appreciate anyone who pulls up while I react to this. I was watching this just chilling in the living room, so figured why not turn stream on and just react to it. We're gonna be playing some Warzone once it's over. They've already been streaming for like an hour and a half, so I assume it's probably getting close to the end because I'm not sure what other intel there is besides the Vegas Falcons dropping their whole Saudi Arabia squad and picking up the NA players.
I'll start leaking stuff eventually, but let me try to chill. I'll just comment on my opinion on the roster is that, I mean, does Xnid have like good English? Like, does he have good English or not?
I've been told he does, yeah.
I think it's good enough. I think it's good
enough. So that's good.
I think Xnid actually plays with Dashi and Shotzi.
I feel like ProLoot
they play ranked and stuff.
This team a lot, especially when you're a bad team. Like I'm saying, like even my Vegas team that got top 6, I'm gonna classify us as a bad team. Like the only way we won respawns is if I went crazy, like the first event. Like Clay was going 15 and 40. Tej didn't know how to play hardpoint until the end of the year. That's my duo. Shout out Tej. And then Byron is just obviously an S&D specialist. So we got top 6 by me just winning us one respawn, and then Byron and Tej just fucking S&D masterminds. Like that's like on a bad team. Like you need to be good at search. You need to steal S&Ds. You need to do stuff like that. And I feel like Byron would have helped them a lot with that. I do think Priester, obviously he's a world champion. He's really good. But I don't know. I just don't see who's gonna be like making strat. Like, is that on the coaches? Like, I don't feel like who's gonna be calling plays in the moment in search. Like, who's gonna be like you don't need like a strict IGL. Like, obviously everyone can like call a play, but like I just don't see this team like having like a good flow, like a good structure.
It just sounds to me like a nonchalant team. Like they're just.
It just seems like a Super 8s team. Like this just seems so random to me.
I don't really see the like, chem, yeah.
Even though they have world champion, they have three actually.
4 rings
I'm looking at it
on the team. And
4 rings on the team.
7 including Clay.
Yeah, I mean, maybe they'll fucking like actually be godlike somehow. I have no clue. Like, I do have respect for Alec. I even coached Alec a little bit this year.
Mm-hmm.
Alec is really good. AG is obviously really good. Priest has been really good in the past. Like, it just seems random to me. Like, I just don't know how they're gonna play. But
I also have
series,
no idea. Like, Predator.
They're gonna win a series. They're gonna win a
series. They're gonna win a series for sure. I just don't know if they're actually be good. Like, I feel like if this team got top 4 or top 6, that should be equivalent to them winning a tournament. Like, when I got top 6 with 2Real, even though 2Real last year was gross, he should have been in the league. When I got top 6 with 2Real, M2, I thought I won the event. Like, that's how this team should be. Like, if they get top 6, top 4, they should feel like they won. Especially because they're 0-14. You know, like they literally are like,
Any win's generational for him.
yeah, and yeah, they should feel like they won.
I mean,
For
we've
sure.
also got to talk about, Priester. He's not had the greatest of runs. He's not won a single land match since he won champs.
That is ridiculous.
Which is that's a crazy stat. That's a crazy stat. Yeah.
Now, if we're talking last chances,
I mean, I thought
Yeah,
NXT was the
yeah.
last chance. I ain't gonna lie.
nah, listen, if we're talking last chances, all he's got to do is, come out and fry. He's got no pressure. He's picked up on the Falcons. You've got no wins. There's no pressure on this team whatsoever.
Right.
Could
This
only
is your
get better.
chance. Let me tell you, it can't get fucking worse. That's for sure. Yeah, I love Preston. I fucking love him to pieces. This my boy right here. Same way like Donnie is Kenny boy, but listen, we got to be real about it because we're real. We're real to the fans. We're real to the friends, whatever like that. Listen, you got to start tucking. You got to start finding your flow again because you're a world champion. And you ain't playing like I said, no land win since you won champs. Like Don said, that's absurd. We got to lock in. Now, it's going to be quite funny if his first land win back is with the Falcons. Like if his first land match win back is with the Falcons. Like it would be poetic. But I'm not too sure what their matches are looking like for the upcoming. But like Don said, it's an 8s team. Is it going to be?
All right,
It's
missed
like
the
one of
last
those
5
teams
minutes.
where you just throw it together because
Oh,
there's
good
not many
down.
players that are playing that night. Literally, like
It actually looks like that.
yeah, like yo, we need one. You're scrambling around for players like late night. It's the last series of the night. You've played 7. You're looking for one. Like, and this is the fucking team that's happening.
It actually
Listen,
looks like that.
I fuck with the players on it though. Like I'm just saying.
Fuck with it. Yeah, I think they're all
in,
good.
in the aspect of like looking at it in the league, that it's not a great team. Are they going to win an event? No. They're going to win a series. Yeah, they've got something in them. Pred's going to have the fire to beat Optic. Listen, if they beat Optic, fucking tie me up and fucking call me fucking whatever you want because that would be fucking poetic. I would lock in for that. That show would be amazing.
I'll be there for that. And Pred will definitely have something he wants to prove as well. So their games are, they play Surge, Miami, Optic Phase, Boston. That's their run this qualifier. And they also play Miami again next stage 2. So they've got 2 Miami series to get a win in. Surely that's doable.
Damn.
Next stage, though, they've got Cloud9. They've got Kenny's Rocker. So that's going to be exciting to see Ken versus AG. And then Miami, and then it's Thieves Phase. They play Phase in back-to-back stints. They play Miami back-to-back stints. So not easy, but it could be worse.
They could find something.
It could be worse. They could find something. I mean, like Champs
Win a
is
couple maps. Man.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, Champs is chalked as we know, but I guess what's interesting is where Falcons go from here because Pred ain't going anywhere for years. Like I just don't see it really happening unless whatever internal shit effective on Optic happens again, which I guess is not impossible. But like assuming that he's there and he's stable, he's going to be the face of the team. It makes too much sense. He's going to be calling the shots, I think.
Can I just add something real quick as well? I don't know why none of the orgs or players have complained publicly to the league, but how have they gone from 7 matches minor, 7 matches minor, to 5 matches no minor, 5 matches no minor? Like, how are we not got the same points every fucking major split? Are we trolling?
This is how it is. Unlucky.
How can one major you make like 30 more points than you can in another major, or like how 50 more points or something like that? How is that even fair?
It makes no sense too because the game I feel like is more random at the start. So like you didn't even put one of the minors in the second half of the game. Like maybe one minor in the first half, one minor in the second half. Like they could have split it up. Like they literally could have split it up to at least like towards the game that's the champs race is like tighter, like it's more cutthroat. Like MW2, the champs race, like that shit was lit, bro. Like I don't know if you guys remember, like towards the end, like every single broadcast they're tracking my team's points, Rockers' points, Boston's points. Like that makes the league matches even more intense. So like I feel like they definitely should have just split it up, like set it up better.
My
yeah, I
point
mean,
is,
the
it's
reality is it's to do with the scheduling of when they could run the majors and when
yeah,
they
but
can
that's
get
just
the
dumb.
stadiums.
It
it's,
is, but it's just dumb.
I know, like
It's so dumb.
that's technically their reason for it, but could they do a better job of it? Absolutely. So
They just listen.
you know.
If they can't do it for the whole year, it's one of those situations. If you can't do it all the way year through, don't do it at all. There's no
It just
way.
leaves it unbalanced.
There's no way Major 1 and Major 4 should not be the exact same, especially because you have to win. You have to get points to go to champs. If every team went to champs, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, right.
But
And it used to always be 5 matches, but I think since it's become
We got 3 people in here with good chat.
7,
How y'all doing?
7 is actually way better in many respects because you play 7 out of the 11 teams, which means that you play a good percentage of the opposition, so you should get a more balanced schedule, right? I think that's the point. Like when you play 5 out of 11, you can just get hoed, or you can get blessed, like bad. Whereas with 7, you can still get hoed or blessed, but to a lesser extent, right? So nowadays, we're looking at some of these teams to be like, damn, they've got.
I mean,
the
look at
grueler.
LAG.
Yeah,
They just made
exactly.
they just made a roster change. They're playing 4 of the best teams in the game.
Yeah. So exactly. Good luck.
I mean, like you know, that was my little tidbit. That was my little anger moment because if I'm a player that's fighting for champs and you can only make 50 points right now, when the last time motherfuckers are making like, you know, you could make
Yeah, 70 and
100?
then like 30 for winning the
30
major.
for
If
yeah,
won
you
the
can make
the
100
minor.
for a split before you even go to the major, but now you can only make 50. Like I don't know, it just makes no sense.
No, I agree. Do you see Falcons ever dropping Exnid, says Harrison? Because if not, there'll never be a super team with an Exnid Pred SMG duo. Yeah, I think we've got to touch on like what the hell that looks like, Exnid Pred sub duo, because I really have no idea how that's going to work.
Yeah,
Probably not very
I
well,
don't know about
the
Exnid and
place is gonna
Pred
be
being on the
tearing his
subs.
hair out. But the one thing that I'd like to see is
Exnid is fast, but I mean,
Kicks come back. I'm not saying like they should come back and have 2 of them, but if Kicks was available, it would be cool to see. Like if Kicks was available, they would have surely brought him back in instead of Priest. You know what I'm saying? They probably would have done that, but that doesn't seem to be there. I don't know if he's ever coming back. Would be a shame because obviously the kid had
Kicks is
talent.
coming back. I don't think Kicks is coming back. It's not like some insider thing. That's just.
If he ain't come back yet, then
Listen, the guy's just got Pred in his team, and like they've just got Pred there. That would be my go button. That'd be like, fuck, I ain't got to play with a body anymore. Like I'm locked in. Get me with the Predator. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm just sat at home playing with the boys. Like, it's also like a respect level too, you know. My dogs are getting shit on, and I'm just going, nah, fuck it. I'm not feeling it. I'm like, I'm out.
Exit Kicks Pred Sib. I don't know about that. I think that actually is a segue though, right? So people say, AG, he should have gone to Cloud9. But, like, Don, what do you think about that? Because as far as I see it, I'm like, well, first of all, there were no rumors that he was ever going to Cloud9. So I don't even know if they're trying to get him on the team. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I'd have my questions if I was signing AG. I just, you know, put it simple.
Yeah, I think that's why. I mean, I do think he could have maybe got to C9. I would have probably, if his best chance to win this season, I feel like he had a situation maybe to pick C9 or pick Falcons, and like Falcons obviously like C9 has a better chance to win this season, but like I still don't think, and he probably thought the same way, is that if he joins C9, he still is not confident in winning with that team. So he's like, let me just get the bag for this year, which I feel like him joining Falcons is much safer and consistent. Like
He's also guaranteed a spot next year.
yeah, cause bro, he's kind of obviously it's not the same, but like it kind of is. When I was on Paris and Vanguard, whenever like your team hit me up in Boston, like the Guy was basically like, we're gonna keep you. You're automatically on our team next year. I know you're depressed because you're getting your ass beat and whooped every day, but you better just go out there and get your ass whooped and like hoop. Like that's literally what I was told, and that was direct because like. You know what I'm saying? I just was like, bro, I can't keep going 0-5. Like, I'm literally just not even competing. But, like, at least he was like, bro, I'm telling you, we're going to, like, try to, like, get you some better players next year. Like, AG just has to go out there, get his bag, fucking have fun, try not to, like, be overwhelmed with losing, because especially y'all, I mean, they are 0-14. That's, like, the same as our pair shit. Like, we were, like, 1-12 or some shit. Like,
holy
just
shit.
go out there, do your best. Don't be too stressed with winning or losing. And then next year, they're gonna drop a bag and get you some fucking godlike players. It's just way safer. It's just way safer instead of like forcing like C9 and then damn, I just chalked up this bag and then we didn't even win. Like what the hell? Like it's just a much safer option.
Plus it makes it you know, the relationship between Pred and the Falcons like way better. That he's just come off optic. He knows he's not making champs. He knows he's joining a team that, you know.
Right.
If I'm Falcons, I'm like, bro, we've got a real guy that's buying into the project right now, regardless how much money we're throwing him. You know, we got a guy that wants to buy into the project, and then next year, guess what? A couple players, you know, let's say a couple players are out of contract. Guess where they're going? I think Falcons is gonna have a crazy team next year. Crazy.
Yeah, they'll have a good team. They'll have a good team next year for sure.
I mean, also people I want like to get the point across at how well the Falcons treat their players, right? Because they've got a facility where the NVHQ, the Optic HQ used to be, and the rent there, it ain't cheap, right? Like, I don't really know how much the Falcons guys are getting paid.
All right, who do we got in the
Obviously,
chat
I
right
expect
now?
They're getting paid a
Who's
bag. I
vibing?
don't
Who's
really know if
vibing?
They are. I know that Pred, I imagine, probably is, having joined the team, which we think is going to get confirmed very soon. But they have some prime real estate. They've got all that space for the
I
players.
think my mic is loud enough.
Am I
Hopefully
wrong in saying, Trade, that they've got a
the
chef
dub check
that
boys
cooks
aren't
some
too loud.
food?
That's what Ace said last week.
That's
Got a
what-
chef to cook some food.
That's what I'm saying. So like,
It would also
know,
make a lot of sense as well, because like they would need like particular food too.
yeah, it's
you know
got
what
to
I'm
be
saying?
halal. Like, you know, obviously.
That was
with-
good,
If
X.
I'm
I saw
them,
that you
I'm not
text. I was
coming
just
over
fucking
and
locked
eating
in on this.
Popeyes, bro. Like, bro, that shit ruins your
Oh, yeah,
stomach.
yeah.
They need that, bro. Bro, we went
Yeah,
over
we're
there,
speaking
we went over there,
Minecraft,
right?
chat.
The food is so clean,
Oh my god, yeah.
bro. One
Talk about getting an
Chick-fil-A for
enchanted
them,
bow.
Oh my days, they're exploding.
But yeah, getting a stacked bow would be fire.
I
I'm gonna stop there
myself
before I
and
get
McGregor
into
felt it. We came to Texas.
start
like,
nerding off
the
on
food in
Minecraft.
Texas, hella tasty, bro.
Lock in.
I mean, man, it eats you alive.
But we definitely find the dragon soon, chat.
Half of my fucking toilet, bro. Like it was fucking absurd. No matter
Yeah.
what I ate, chicken and rice, boom.
Absolutely. So like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Falcons, they don't mess around. And also, if you're AG, yeah, you're probably not making it to champs. They need at least 100
I wonder
points
who the hell
to get
Pred would
there
even want
to
after
win
this
all their
year.
qualifiers, and they
I mean, the
won't be
Falcons
champs.
do.
On current trajectory,
They're
they
stacked
need,
right
like,
now.
to seriously,
I think they
turn
won
up
like
in
they
majors.
won the
Not
most
impossible, but
games at
realistically ain't
the
gonna happen. But
the
the World
esports
Cup's
World
around
Cup.
the corner. AG will turn up there, absolute superstar, right? World champion on Falcons. Falcons are going to go ahead. They're going to win the Club World Cup again, I'm sure, because they enter every esport. No other team does that. So there's probably some sort of bonus in play for that. It's like, for Pred and for Falcons, it's probably great timing on some level.
Team
'cause Falcons were going
Falcons.
to blow it up after this event anyway. Pred happens to be available. He's a perfect front man for the team.
Team
You know, it all kind of
Falcons.
makes sense. And what it means for the future, obviously, is a question too. With the, you know, with the amount of money they could be thrown around if.
Oh, they did
wanna
win. They
do
won
that
3
next
times.
year, and obviously that's
mean-
they've started doing it now.
BDS won twice.
Speaking of EWC, there's that roster lock that came up for it.
Yeah, that was interesting. Should I bring that up real quick? Let me
What was
have
it?
a
What was
look.
it?
I
May.
didn't hear about this.
Yeah, I think it's middle of May. I think it was the same thing last year.
Bays winning the
I
MW3
may
was
be
I think
fire.
they're
wrong.
actually sticking to it this time.
She was
though.
dope.
Yeah, I think it's like 14th of May. Yeah, here we go. I got the tweet. So, roster lock for the club championship EWC is the 15th of May, a week before Major 4. The Falcons are the reigning champions. So,
No, see, speaking
because I
of,
think last year, I mean, like last
that's
year,
why the Falcons are so
there was a
rich. They
roster
could just
lock
drop
for
people and
EWC
buy like
around about
another
a similar
player.
time, but obviously
lickety
Ravens
split.
didn't make it to champs, and then they changed. They
And
brought in
Clayster's the
teams,
coach. He's
and other
running
teams
shit.
did, like, similar
He's running
stuff.
shit. He's running shit.
This
Coach
time
slash
it seems
GM.
like whatever your roster is,
Clayster.
for Major 4 will have to be your champs team, which is especially interesting for the teams that don't make it to champs, right? Because last year it was a little bit cheese like that. Teams blew it up before champs, around about champs. They had like 6-8 weeks of practice with a new team for the World Cup.
And then
Maybe
they
it's-
got bopped out at champs, couldn't make a vote.
But yeah, and then the teams that lost champs couldn't make a change. So, yeah, I mean, if you bring someone on your sub bench, you could always make a change. There's
Yeah.
always that. But it is
Okay, that's a good point.
it is interesting. But like, yeah, so you could sign a sub before this date, and then if you needed to do something, you
Yeah,
could,
but like then you
so-
got to realize like, oh shit, who the fuck are they? Oh, it's me, innit? I'm gone.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly,
I'm not.
yeah.
I'm not playing EWC. Shit. Like they've signed a sub player. It's either me or the other guy.
Because at first when you were saying that, I'm like, I don't like that. But then with the sub, like at least maybe that will force teams to have more people on their roster. So maybe it could be a good and a bad thing. We'll see. That's actually I didn't know about that. I didn't see that. So
Yeah.
I guess the point is
That's
this is around
interesting.
like the club championship, right? So I guess it's because again, EWC is a bit different. Like they'll invite all the pro teams again, but they're not all of them will be part of like the actual club championship competition. So I guess to compete in that and have your points be eligible for that, you need your roster to be locked by a certain date, but it may not be relevant for all the teams. But like this is the reason why lots of these like G2 invested a bit more money recently into the Rocker to try and keep the whole situation alive. Part of it is because the relationship with the World Cup makes it viable for the teams to continue to do so. So this is like it's just a big event for like all of the teams, and especially the Falcons. But they ain't the money ain't an issue for them.
Nah, they just print that shit. I'm trying if they got any job opportunities lined up.
Falcons, baby. Yeah, have a chat with our boy.
Okay,
Have a chat with our boy
Yeah.
again, show.
you reckon they'd invest?
What, in the show?
Yeah.
Think get a little like Falcons logo at the top. Little public
Yeah.
investment fund
They
logo at the
might.
bottom
Shit.
right.
Look. I mean, fuck it, they ain't gonna see it leave the account.
Yeah, we got to think maybe we could get a little studio set up then. Little studio at the residences. Maybe
I'm
at the-
thinking we just move out there.
That's what I'm saying. Little suite at the Fairmont.
That'd be kind of fire if these
I
fools
don't
moved
know,
to
man.
Texas.
Me,
I don't know.
you done. Me, you
Hell
done.
yeah.
Do a Falcons content team. I'm already here. I'm already in Texas. They don't even got to pay me nothing. I just show up.
That'll go
Nah,
hard.
don't say that. Don't say that. They got the money.
They gotta pay y'all. They gotta pay y'all. I'm just saying. I'm
Yeah,
here.
yeah. Hell nah, Don. We don't say that.
We don't say we don't
listen,
need the money.
No, Don. We're for the love of the game, but we need to get paid. We need to get
Okay,
paid.
I'm tweaking. That's on me.
You're a good
Yeah.
man. You need paying. We don't do it for free.
Hell yeah. All right, the final thing, like obviously we'll wait some of these things happen in the background maybe, but I wanted to get into a bit of drama.
They're
yesterday
milking it.
on this expansion topic.
They wanted to
So
wait
you
to
get
see like
your
if it got like
thoughts as well,
officially
so
announced from the
I've got that
Falcons.
tweet pulled up.
But I'm pretty sure that's the roster.
Oh, okay, good.
Unless
But
they're
Envoy was
pure
talking
trolling.
about a couple of things. I think it's a controversial one. He's mentioning expansion. Obviously, it's relevant for the World Cup too, because the World Cup there's going to be the 12 pro teams. There's going to be the 4 challenger teams there, out in force.
Damn. He said the AMs
We'll
just
see how
aren't
it goes.
good anymore. He
The
said
winner of
AMs are just
Challengers
dog shit,
Champs,
chat.
or not Challengers Champs, but the winner of Challengers at Major 4 and DreamHack, they qualify automatically, which is a pretty big deal.
I mean,
But
I don't know.
obviously the
Expansion
league's
wouldn't
been
be
the same over
bad.
the last few years. I mean, I think what I find interesting about this is that like year one of the
more
league,
dark horse
right,
teams,
there was lots of talk about damn,
more
we're the 12
opportunities for
teams, but
super
we need
teams to
16,
develop,
there's so much
you know, by
talent.
seeing a new player play on a
Back then it
shitter
was
team.
5v5. Now it's only 4v4.
It's like, okay, you got slammed
Just
on
keep
Rocker,
things anyway.
but maybe FaZe
But
wants to
now the
pick you
talk
up, or,
is-
you know.
Like, if I'm Envoy, I get it.
I feel like there's just
I'm
more-
an established player in the league. I don't
How do you
like playing
say?
shit teams all the time. What's the point? You know,
I don't even know the word.
understandable. But equally, people are saying, well, look, if you don't have expansion opportunities, then where's the opportunity for players to develop, right?
Listen, my issue about this is back in the day it was fire, you know what I'm saying? But I've always used this as an example. Open bracket teams, for example, they play the open bracket, they come into the like group play, they just get bopped out. That was just the standard. Now, you see, the only thing about it now is what's kind of weird is that we have this franchising model where it was like gate kept, where you had to spend 27.5 mil to get into the league or more, depending on your location. But now it's just gone. There's no buy-in. So where the hell is the gatekeeping that's going in? Like, we've got these great orgs and challengers like Omit, for example, who is, in my opinion, the front runner to be in the CDL, or hopefully win the CDL. Like, if it ever transpires into something else, like Omit get an opportunity to get a big investor so they can actually fucking field a good roster or something like that, or just so they get some support, because they're the only team or the only organization in challenges that I feel really do deserve it. Especially Rafi, the way he moves, the way he works and stuff like that.
He deserves it 100%.
Also, I don't know why you wouldn't want expansion. Yeah, there's a few bad teams. Why not make it a few more bad teams? Get your KD up, get another pay rise next year. Fuck it. Like, what is the actual like? What isn't the benefit to that? You know what? An extra 4 teams. Yeah, it's cool. Whatever, like that. Get your KD up. Let 4 other people. Let 16 other people eat too. It's all
Yeah.
cool. And there's if 4 other teams joined the league, does Envoy get better or worse? Nothing. Nothing happens.
Yeah,
He
nothing
stays the
happens, yeah.
exact same. He plays another 4 teams. Those 4 teams could beat another 4 teams.
probably
He's
looks
still
better
one of
on
the
the
best.
map.
Looks way better on the map. KD goes up. Yo, Nade, listen, I've dropped the 1.1 this year. I need a little pay rise. No, there's actually no negative to more teams joining the league apart from, there may be
Yeah, there really isn't.
some worse teams, but there's no negative to it.
They'd have to redo the format to some degree, which I would absolutely embrace, because you wouldn't be able to just, you know what I mean? There'd be more games. They'd have to do it in a different way, but like, might have to do Alpha and Bravo stream. It's like sensational. Bring me back, you know. I see you tweet, Don. Here's the Don tweet.
I was waiting for y'all to go because I can yap about this.
There are 4 new teams. At least 2 are being contention for making champs. Maybe to the top of the league. That does not feel impactful, but anything can happen. At champs players need the opportunity. I think the thing I'll say before I pass you, Don, is like, I remember back in World War II when there were 16 teams. There were basically 2 bad teams. Like there was Epsilon and Vitality. Both of them teams were pretty ass. The rest of the teams were at least, in both stages, it was the same thing. I think Tainted Minds were in there one stage, Vitality were in there the next stage.
And like Mindfreak.
Yeah, Mindfreak, like, you know, Vitality were like Xerox and Mauls and Whalers and that team. So they weren't great. The Epsilon team that year wasn't great either. But out of 16 teams, there were basically 2 teams that weren't great. And the names that I've just mentioned that are in the league back then, people aren't going to look back at those names and think like, damn, those guys were shooters, right? But the other 14 teams were either very good, pretty good, or respectable. And I feel like it's the same way with whatever league you form. Like right now we have a 12-team league, but one of the teams in Falcons is just cooked, and Gentlemates are completely cooked because their team composition is terrible, and Optic were chalked for a while as well. So you have a 12-team league, there's always going to be like 2 teams that are shitting the bed for whatever reason, not even from a talent perspective. If you expand the league to 16, there's still probably only going to be like 2 teams that are shitting the bed for similar reasons. Like you will bring other teams in that have maybe not the most talent, but they're competent teams, and they're going to put up a fight. So that's my opinion. Like it's not like the quality of the league drastically decreases. If
Envoy saying that is kind of crazy. What the?
Yeah, I agree with you. So before I start
That's like
yapping,
that's crazy.
Who is in 8th place? I don't care how many points they have, or what is their record? Like who was in 7th, 8th, and 9th?
I know people don't like comparing NFL and like the esports, but that's like the NFL saying like, oh, there's no more football players. All the rookies are bad. All the college players are bad.
And like, what are their?
Like, that's
actual
insane,
numbers?
bro.
Yeah.
How you about to say there's no more talent for COD?
They're 110 points, 9 in 12. Miami are in 8th. And Miami are somehow 7
Bro got the ego
at 100 points because they just won a load of the
They
major.
got third.
They got third of the
Miami
major,
are
but outside of that,
saying it
they've been frauds.
frauds.
And Cloud9 are at 95, they're 9 and 14. And Rocker at 10,
So-
they're 9 and 14.
So 9 and 12, 7 and 15, they're all negative, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the stream right now. You don't think that Standy, Lens, Brack, and Spark can go 7 and 15? Because I do. I personally think maybe they wouldn't have got top. They can't get top 3 at a major, but they can go 7 and 15. That's not like, and they're in 8th place. Like, and then once you get the champs, Spark fucking starts going crazy randomly. He pulls out some weapon he fucking been hiding his whole career for the whole year, and then he upsets the #1 seed. He beat FaZe and Font. Like, I'm just saying. And then like another point is, I'm gonna talk about Envoy in a second. Another point is, Trey, like, yes, I do agree. Most pool play teams or AM teams that get in the pool play, they get bumped out. And even at the one pro am, Scrappy's team was the best AM team, but we beat them in the series, and then they only had to beat us in one map, and they would have made the bracket. Like if they lost to us 2-3, they would have made it. We beat them 3-1, so it was close. Like
it's very subjective to like when back then in the time period is.
Yeah, but that was CDL. That was CDL. That was in Vanguard. So I'm saying a program in Vanguard. That's an opportunity where this is the same structure. They would have made pro level if they just literally won one more map. They went 2-1 and they didn't make it out. They went 2-1. They beat a pro team. They beat Boston. They beat Boston and LAG, and then lost to my fucking Paris team to us out. If they
That
didn't
is
beat us in
insane.
one more
That
match,
is so
they could have
trolly.
lost the series. We had to beat them 3-1 or 3-0 to make it out, and we did. Luckily.
That
But
is crazy.
that would have been their shot right there. That would have been another team that like the Stunner, the TR, that like AM team that could make a fucking grand finals run while being amateurs. You know what I'm saying? So it is possible to like make a run and
I think
third off.
maybe not more
My third
teams,
point.
but like maybe more pro-ams would be
I'm
good
giving Envoy
instead
a
of
pass
challengers
because
being
Envoy,
so like
world champion,
segregated.
great player, right? But at the same time, because even when I was in the league, when you're at the top of the league for so long, you kind of like forget about your come up and challengers and all that stuff because they're not a threat to you. Like Envoy doesn't need to watch Spart and Capsido go against each other in the finals because he's never finna like the odds of him playing against them are like 2%. Like who care? He doesn't even care about that. So what he said it was just kind of like egotistical, but I feel like he has a right to have
Yeah,
that ego.
I think it was
because
just all ego.
he's Envoy.
Like
He's
he
been
is.
fucking
That's
admitted.
not
He's
just
been
like
playing great,
factual.
and he's a great winner in the league. But he also needs to remember his start, bro. His start, he was that guy, bro. He was the AM. Like when I was a pro, I was the guy at the top of the league getting top 3, top 2, like my rookie year. As a rookie, me and Hook and Tej were the best rookies. Envoy was also a rookie, and Kenny, they were a top 16, top 12 AM team, and they got like top 6 one time, and Envoy Spacely's my homie. Spacely's talking shit about Envoy. Dude, this kid Envoy, bro, he has a 0.4, 0.5. All he does is sprint to the uplink ball. Like, it's not like you came out the gates and you were just fucking the Envoy you are today. You obviously had time and multiple opportunities to become the Envoy you are today, but off the rip, bro, you were a 0.8 SMG player getting top 12 with Spacely, Kenny, Adam Assault. Like I was there for that. Like I have vivid memory of that because AW is one of my favorite games. I remember like damn near every match I played. I was playing against them and 3-0ing them in 30 minutes with my team. So like he had to become that. Then he had the whole keyboard. We were underage, so we couldn't play. He was keyboarding in Black Ops 3. He was literally keyboarding. Like
He really was,
now
dude.
you're a world champion, but like you gotta remember you was getting slammed. You was a keyboarder. You know what I'm saying? You came back in World War II. You had no team opportununities. Someone posted a tweet.
Yeah, Envoy's story is actually wild. Like, bro was
something.
keyboarding in the
Which
league
I don't
and
care.
got caught. That
Who
shit
cares?
was
Like,
that was
you know what
insane.
I'm saying? It's AM bracket, whatever. But like, that is after someone says, "Oh, he didn't have any opportunities." Bro, he was already went pro at 15. Envoy went pro. I don't know how old he is, but he went pro the same year me, Tej, Kenny, and Kyler went pro. So he went pro. People knew who he was, but he was a keyboarder. And then he came back and got top 80, and then eventually in BO4 he got godlike. But think about how long of a span that is. That's fucking AW, BO3, IW, World War
Aches
II.
cooking him.
He played all of World War II, and then
Aches is like the
BO4,
George
he was
Washington of
obviously godlike
CDL,
on
dude.
Gen G.
Of Pro
He
COD.
became the Envoy he is today. But I'm just saying that's a long time, bro. That is a long time to play against pros. Like these AMs don't even get to play against pros. If you get to play against pros for 5 fucking years, you'll probably pick up some things. You'll be able to pick up, oh, this pro likes to do this. Oh, this is what I need to do on the map because you're playing against better competition. So add these 4 more teams. You don't think some of these players are going to evolve like you did? They will. They will
Yeah,
evolve.
no cap.
They will evolve. Now, as an AM, you just got to get thrown into the league and
I'm
lock
pretty
it
sh-
the
I'm
fuck
pretty sure
in,
it's
or
copium.
you're dog shit. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, which is unfair because you had multiple years to do good, multiple years to lock in.
Kids
So.
like Joe Deceives like remind me of a similar convo, right? Because
If anyone takes that
Joe was
statement from
pretty
Envoy
lucky.
as like
Not
factual,
lucky,
you're
he
kind
obviously
of
earned it, right?
you're low
But
key
he
a
was going
sheep.
from ranked. He came up in ranked.
No, that's just not true.
People said he was dog shit. They picked him up. He was a bit up and down. He looked okay on Gorillas.
I'm
but
glad
they
these
weren't
guys
great.
feel the same
And
way
now he's
too.
looking at one of the top 3
That'd be
SMGs
insane
in
if
the
they like
world.
were like, yeah,
And the
dude,
guy's
yeah,
absolutely
talent's
on
ass.
fire.
Like there ain't
And it
no
shouldn't
way,
be
dude.
It shouldn't be no surprise.
There's people
Like,
in
he
challenges
comes
going
in,
crazy
give
that
him
are
2 years in the
sadly
league,
they might
gets
just
better and
never
better,
get a
keeps playing
team,
pros, gets better
but they're hella
opportunities, and
fucking
now
good.
Joe Deceives looking like a guy that if you're a real top team and you need to blow
Like
it up in
Spart
the
is still going
off-season, you might
crazy
be
in
knocking on the
challenges. He
door,
only
but
got like
go on,
one or
Trey.
two opportunities as pro.
He's
Won a
impact
tournament,
on winning.
and he
Now,
still hasn't been
before
back.
Trey
It's kind
go,
of insane.
I'm sorry, Trey, because I'm
No, you're
passionate
good.
about this.
This is
Nah,
good.
nah,
I
I
like
fuck with
it.
this.
Shout out to Slayer because there's someone in the chat. He got top. I didn't even know that he got
Hit
top
top
40 in
40.
BO4. Like the game he was godlike. He was godlike at BO4 and got top 40. Like damn.
Yeah,
Go
first of
ahead,
I gotta
all,
use the
bro.
that
restroom real quick
Midnight
though, chat.
team
I'll be
with-
back.
I mean, wow, what a team that is. Charles, Godforms, Performer, and Remedy. And then they changed the team for the Llama God Parzelion, Bracken Jet Li team that qualified for the Pro League. Wonder what those guys
No,
are
I
up
got
to today.
I got a few points as well. Like, you know, I seen a lot of people talk about it, especially Solo. You know, she be posting a lot of stuff.
She be
basically talking
tweeting a
about,
lot.
She be tweeting a lot. She passionate about it. I fought with it, but you know, she talking about the relegation system. Listen, we're in a franchise sport now. There's no relegation system where like this thing happens. Like this isn't like football where you know the championship come up to the Premier League. It's very gate kept, and low key, I feel like a lot of the pros are trying to gatekeep it too, as that's why you hear a lot of opinions on nah, no expansion, that would suck. Like Don said, there's players that are in challenges that are people are looking to pick up into the pro team, but guess what? They get thrown onto a shit team. That's why they get picked up. There's no practice matches or anything like that. You're getting picked up to try and make champs on a goddamn fucking broken roster. How are you supposed to perform like crazy? Like there's obviously some exceptions. Neptune coming in, exception, but that's not going to happen for every single challenger player that comes up. Look at Lunas, for example, joins a team that's got like what, 1 win, 2 wins. Guess what? They've only got 3 wins. What do you want him to do about it? Oh, he hasn't made champs. Was Luna the issue? Nah, but a lot of pros are gonna be like, oh, he came from the AM scene. He didn't make an impact. He's ass. Like that's what a lot of pros will say.
Yeah.
The thing about it is I don't know why we're so against expansion. If there's 4 shit teams, guess what? We've already got 4 shit teams.
Right.
There's 4 teams that don't make it to champs, so why would you not give it the possibility of them fighting for it? And like Donnie said, anything can happen at champs. My phase team, for example, one of the best respawn teams in the game on Black Ops 4. Guess what? We got bopped out by Reciprocity. Guess why? That's champs for you. That's just, you know, things change. It's COD. Day to day is different. You know, one day you wake, and especially in the CDL era right now, you play a game on a Thursday in winners bracket. You don't play again until Saturday. Do you know how crazy that is? I just don't get the whole hate for expansion or like, nah, these amateur players suck ass. Well, yeah, obviously, because motherfuckers don't get to play you guys. They don't get to scrim you guys. And when they do scrim you, they learn things. But if they scrimmed you day in, day out, like the pros scrim each other, motherfucker, pros play AMS and S&D and they learn shit from AMS and S&D. That's how it works. The issue is we're in a very gate-kept esport right now where expansion doesn't want to happen. The league doesn't want expansion to happen. There's been talks about it for years. I've heard rumors that we've got teams, multiple organizations that want to join. And now with the fact that there's no buy-in, it makes no sense why there's not an expansion around the corner, like at all. We could have TSM, we could have Liquid, we could have, you know, Space Station. We could have all these great orgs in there that are way better than some of these orgs that are in there right now. Take Ravens, for example. Won't pay 10, 15K or whatever it is to get Kenny. Now their team's fucking chalked when they're 4th in the standings.
Crazy work.
Like, we've got a lot of shitty orgs in this league, and you guys are, and some people are still saying no for expansion. It's fucking mind-blowing. Not even talking about the players that can come up and, like, you know, at least make champs for against the other bottom 4 teams. We're
Yeah, it's so dog shit.
Good organizations that would make COD look actually good from the outside, but you got me, you've got Zumi, you got a bunch of people slandering some of these orgs because they're very poorly ran.
Cat got the zoomies.
And you guys don't want
We're
expansion.
cooked. Jimmy.
Make it make sense.
That's the frustrating thing. There's some orgs. I mean, obviously, Dom's been there. You've been there, Trey. Some of these poverty orgs, they still here. So, like, before you expand, you might want to say, okay, could an org come in and say, all right, we're gonna get these guys spot, get that guy's spot. I don't know. It's just what I find frustrating mainly is the state of challenges full stop and how it just feels like we've gone back such a long way. And I understand that like the game has changed, the scene has changed. S&D scene was probably never like the S&D scene when we went to PC, and obviously with game battles shutting down and with things changing behind the scenes, it was probably never going to be the same as what it was in like BO3, World War II. Like inevitably the S&D scene was probably not going to be what it is, but it doesn't necessarily mean that things had to change as much as they have done. It like since the CDL's come around, so we've not only wasted 5 years, but I think we've also regressed 5 years in many respects in terms of where we are as a scene. And I don't know if the league is just asleep at the wheel. Maybe it's not the league itself. It's maybe more like the decision makers at Activision that decide where the money goes. But the fact that challenges is 18 plus and you can't play in challenges if you're like 16 is a joke. That's like the number one thing I look to change. Because if I'm a kid who's got talent, look, I still think there's enough talent out there to expand, but you want the growth in the scene to come consistently and have names like Simp, like Hydra, like Pred, like Scrappy, who are making noise in the S&D scene. And if the S&D scene don't really exist anymore, then challenges is the way to do it. And right now, the limit's 18. So if I'm a kid who's 15 years old, like Simp was when he was playing BO3 Charles and cracked out of his mind, I'm gonna play some other game. God forbid you'll play Warzone. Or like, you know, Fortnite or some shit. So
I mean, the issue is a lot of COD pros just hate on new talent coming up anyway.
but it's always been like that. So like, I ain't gonna change. I think that's fine, to be honest. That's how it is. Like,
But
as
I
a
will
young
also
kid, you
say,
get...
I will also say the younger kids don't do themselves any fucking favors. It goes both ways.
That is true. That is true.
It goes both ways.
You got any final thoughts, Dom? We're gonna do a little Q&A after this.
Yeah, like I mean, on the Envoy shit, great player, great champion. It's just his take was just very disconnected, and it just wasn't good. But you said, a part of me, I mean, but you said I don't never really think that way because I feel like there's a bitterness for me because I fucking didn't get to play for 2 years after I went pro. But me getting over that bitterness, yeah, the younger kids definitely should be able to play. Like, that is probably why there's a lack of passion, bro. It'd probably be nice to have some like fucking 15, 16-year-olds around fucking just never off the game, you know? Like that type of young kid passion, that shit is different. It'd be interesting to see how like it would be like how they would handle dealing with like grown men, like teaming with grown men, but just give them an opportunity to showcase their talents, you know? Like they can't, like you said, I mean, I really liked your take. I haven't even thought about like how the S&D scene died. Like there's really not much to do. Like young kids can't play. If you're 18, 19, like what can you play other than challengers, which is dog shit? You might as well just go get a job or go play a different game.
Back in the days, S&D scene used to be popping. We used to see 4K Chows with Haley and all those people. Now the S&D front runners is Meal Team 6.
Yeah.
Which by far, like, you know, if you never watched Funny S&D, go watch Meal Team 6, Fatty, Leo, Methods by far. But what I'm saying is, like, bro, you used to load up Twitch back in, like, Black Ops 3 or something like that. It was
Oh my God, bro.
all those S&D going crazy. Now you load it up, we're watching Optic scrims, and fucking Jay Leo and Fatty are screaming at each other because Fatty's got pistol. Like, you know,
I used to be watching Nick Merckx every damn night. I'd go to bed.
Oh, yeah,
I'd go to bed watching Nick Merckx, Amps, and Neo, whatever his name was, play 3v3 chows on Stronghold Search. Man, those were the days. And they'd come up against pros and shit, and like Nick would be getting slammed occasionally. Wow. He was pretty good, but he weren't like good. So that was such a good time. And watching Nature and Bose play Road to 100-0.
Oh,
they don't really exist anymore, man.
Even GB's going down, bro. Like that.
Yeah,
bro, that was a staple for my streams last year on MW3.
Yeah.
I was doing Road to 100-0 with viewers.
Yeah. And
we got to like 9-0, and we'd get tucked. But like,
the thing that pissed me off is when they brought in Game Battles integration. It was like the best shit they ever done. Back in World War II, you go on the GB integrated ladder on the website, you load up a GB, it puts you in the game, and then you go in the game and it lets you join the lobby straight up. And then they ran it back it was actually Infinite Warfare it was in first. They put it in Infinite Warfare, they ran it back in World War II, and then it never came back again, and then GB's dead. It's like, oh my God. So I'm telling you, we've gone back 5 years, and we've wasted 5 years. I'm fuming. But it is what it is.
The good old days, man. Loading up a
Yeah.
2K. Yo, join the
It's tough.
server. We got the match.
Frustrating thing is that like there are solutions to the problem. I know that EasyMac did a thread about it. Like, I think, it's not like we're just complaining just to complain. Like, I think we do have things that the league could do to fix the problems. Like, it may never be what it once was, but like the writing's on the wall for some of these issues. But time will tell. There's only so much we can do. All right, let's do a little Q&A before we finish out the show. Appreciate you all tuning in on this Monday afternoon. Nice little picture, by the way, Trey. So you took two of us. The one I've got the original in the other room. I brought it back with me, so I might either scan it in or something if you want a better quality version.
What?
The little
Hang on, I'm not on the
Polaroid.
screen right now.
Okay,
That
it's loading
Polaroid
up. Yeah, the
file.
Polaroid. Yeah. Because he took two. He took one for him, one he gave to us. So and then we edited Don in it.
I haven't checked my phone for hours. Some people were watching the show.
They give it.
I wish I would have seen this. I wish I would have seen this like when it happened.
But that's what I make sure I have my phone here, because last time I gave a take on Gwen, he followed me and DM'd me straight away, and I was like, this is gonna be a good talk.
Okay. Damn, it's because I didn't want to be distracted, so I put my phone
Nah,
away.
this is just like nah.
Yeah.
I'll be on my phone and shit.
Next time I'll be on my phone to see if anyone messages me. That shit was funny. I would have definitely said something in the moment.
Yeah, 100%. So, someone just asked, Temp and Trey, are you guys interested in returning to the league with or without expansion? Personally, for me, I'm not. If the opportunity arose to come back without playing challenges and someone gave me a spot, I would. But like the whole grinding aspect, Little Falcons aspect, yeah, for sure. But I've always said it, like a coaching spot, nah, that can go. So that's just not my thing, I got a nice little gig here with my dog, Mr. Rab. So I'm gonna stick with him.
For me, I'm definitely interested in coaching, like in the future. For me, like I like didn't play this year, obviously, but I realized that like I was coaching Byron's team at the end of last year and a little bit at the beginning. I realized like, and then just even not doing that, I realized that like, I mean, Trey, you've been around me. Like, there's low key like something wrong with me, and like, it's like I don't want to be spiritual, but like, there's something wrong with me. So like, COD without competitive, like something to kind of like be aggressive and like kind of express, like maybe that's bad. Maybe I shouldn't express like frustrations and passion into COD and then take it out on my teammates and shit like that. But if I don't kind of like do something like that, like the gym has helped me a lot with that, but if I don't like kind of do anything like that, I end up like forcing it out on my day-to-day life. Like I'll end up like maybe trying to argue with my girl or something, like or try to like that's just something, maybe I need therapy or something. But I feel like not competing in COD for this, like it made me realize like there's something wrong with me. Like for now until I get therapy or something, I need to compete. So my plan is to definitely compete next year. I know challengers is dog shit. If I play challengers for a bit and it's just not making sense, then maybe I'll try to coach or try to do something else. But for right now, my plan is definitely to compete again. Yeah, there's something wrong with me. Like I feel like there's just something that I need to express. Maybe that's why I make music. There's something like emotionally, like if I just keep whatever emotions I have inside of me, then I just start doing like shit I shouldn't do.
Mate, you got that
Yeah, I'd be like
competitive
that.
drive and energy.
I feel that
in
shit.
you. It's difficult to get rid of. Like it's been the same for me. Obviously, not competing in this way, but like a little personal aside, I've been doing a couple like trials at a couple different swimming clubs locally because I used to compete. I used to swim when I was younger. I used to be pretty good, and there's a couple clubs around, and there's one that I went to the other day, and they're pretty good club. But like, if I joined their club, I'd be the best swimmer at the club. I don't want to be the best swimmer at the club. I want to be pushed. I want to have competition. I want to have like a relay team.
Yeah.
Like I want to have dogs to go to battle with.
I'll start coming down and start swimming, twin. I'll show you straight up. I've got some flippers on there.
Oh, yeah. So there's
I
a
got
club.
these size 13s, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I know you.
Flippers going crazy.
So yeah, there's a club just down south where I live, and I'm gonna when their pool reopens in April, I'm gonna go join because I want to compete again this year, at least in something. Because I just miss it a little bit, you know. I don't.
I'm low key the same though. Like I do miss competing, like the competitive aspect. My thing is though is like the amount of stress it caused me because I was just like to what like when I was playing like Unreal with you know
I'm about to play
no
Warzone
reasons,
after
no
this,
nothing, and I got put into a situation of the
it'll
London
be all
team had to
good.
get a visa, so I
We don't have
couldn't
to
go
rush
to
fighting the
Portugal
dragon
because I
today,
was
though.
getting bopped all year. And then I get back, we
I
start
do want to
great
do
on
it.
Vanguard, and
What's
then some shit
tomorrow? The
happens with my
1st.
ex, and then some shit happens with my teammates and
What
stuff
day
like
does
that. And
Verdansk like
stress
actually
that I
drop?
don't get with not competing, and I realized that the last time when I got dropped, it was like, bro, this scene it just sucks because like you get dropped for no reason sometimes, and you just got to live with it and try and get back up there. And then when I realized that like it don't matter how good you are, a lot of the times it's like personal like beefs that stop people getting on teams and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's when I realized
Same
like
way.
that's when I realized like maybe
April
I've got to step
3rd.
away from this because.
I agree with you. Like I fully understand that, and I'm actually
Like, probably fight it on today's Monday. We got Tuesday. Either Tuesday or Wednesday. Either tomorrow or Wednesday we'll fight the dragon. And probably do a little bit more Minecraft streaming before Verdansk comes back. But yeah, you're good if you're gonna drive on a Seto and shit.
like for the amount of effort I put into
If you
last year, I was actually
if you hop
close,
off
'cause I
that,
literally did
hit
not
me
give
up
a
if you want to
fuck.
play some Warzone
I
later.
hated the
I'll
game.
probably be on
It's
here.
not that I hated the game. I didn't mind
Appreciate
the
you for
game. I just
joining
hated
stream too.
the situation I was in. I felt like, damn, how the fuck am I even in this situation? Like all type of burnout thoughts. But then I realized when I leave, I'm like, yeah, I don't have the stress.
Maybe I'll pop
But
into the
now,
Discord.
but there's like
I
a
can just
part
mute
of
up for
me,
games and shit.
that's why I feel like something's wrong with me. I'm kind of addicted to that stress. Not having the stress, I kind of try to create life problems to create stress. Like I try to I don't like the way my girl did this today. So then now I'm
Nah,
fucking
Temp
mad
got
at
aura
her.
right now. I feel
But
him.
like if I was just playing the game, I would have a stressful situation to where at the end of the day, I could just tell her, baby, in scrims, this motherfucker was pissing me off today, da 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 da, instead of being mad at her, just trying to create some war with her. Like I'd be literally, I'm telling you, I'd be trying to create war with people, like mental war, like just problems because I don't have anything to like compete in. And then when I'm competing, I create the problems with the niggas I'm going against. Sorry, not trying to say that word. The people I'm going against, you know what I'm saying? So it's like competition is a healthier way to do it. You know what I'm saying?
We can be your therapy session, Don. You want to hop on air every week?
Maybe I need to talk. Maybe I need to talk to more people.
Nah, Temp on this show would go hard if he was actually on here all the time. That'd be fire.
It's that competitive drive, and like you said, like nothing's better than getting angry at someone and in Call of Duty, and it sorts itself out. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like success. Boom. Me and them had a row. I'm stressed out. He's stressed out. Next scrim, we fry. See, motherfucker, like that's what I've been telling you.
Love that shit, bro. I love that shit. I love that shit, bro. It's like just the psycho inside. Like I love it, bro. I just,
bro. I feel like you would love coaching. Like I know you've coached before, but I feel like you would love coaching in the CDO because if you want stress, by far get yourself in that bastard.
Yeah, I'm open. I'm open to coaching. I just feel like I feel like as a coach, because even dealing with theory, I feel like as a coach, the number one thing you need to do is realize that you can't have that thought of coaching that I'm better than these players. So that's what sure. I still have that.
That's gotta be tough to drop,
huh? That feels like I'm not ready to coach. I'm not ready to coach if I feel like I'm watching you. Like when I was coaching Byron's team, no disrespect, I was coaching Byron, Spart, Fire 40, and Frosty last year. I competed last year. Obviously, I didn't give them my all, but like I'm watching these guys play. I'm like, these guys are fucking awful. Like, what the fuck? Like, this is in my head. And Byron, they think they're awful too. Byron's not calling.
You still in are you still in chat,
like,
X?
I got top 16 at ESWC. I was coaching them for ESWC. But Charles,
I'm not sure if you were here when I responded to your last chat.
I didn't like record VOD or anything.
I think I might have saw it a little late.
Some things about Hardpoint, and I'm like, bro, these guys, like, what the fuck? I should be like they would dead ass do better with me on the team. Like I was just playing at champs like 3 weeks ago. Like I only didn't play for 2 weeks. Like we'd be better off. That's just how I felt.
I'm still at that stage though where I feel like I could come back and do better than some of these players. But I'm also at this stage now where I'm like, I've done my time in the league. I'm good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I feel satisfied of what I've accomplished, but I still feel like I'm better than like a lot of people. Like there's
It's just like forced retirement though. Like you didn't want to like stop playing. You just
I stopped playing because of like I just had a lot going on this year. I was burnt out. Like how you got personal issues, I had my same personal issues. Like me and my girl were moving. It was a lot. Like I'm engaged. Like this is like I'm in my first real ever relationship. Like we were living with my mom. It was a lot, bro. I'm in school. Like it was a lot going on. So then I was just like, maybe I need to be done. You know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like I need to either coach or compete. And I feel like right now I want to compete. And then if that doesn't work out, well, I'll look into coaching after.
Nah, I like people still say it like people say it just to say it to their friends, but like I still think you can compete.
Yeah.
You wasn't one of those players I looked at that was like, he's ready, he's done. Like, right, you've always been like top.
Yeah, my last season, Modern Warfare 2, I had top 10 numbers on LAN and online. I was just
yeah, he was fine.
Stats wise, I was perfect. I'm good. 1.1 AR, that's straight. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like I can't go to the league and get kills. Like,
listen, I ain't gonna lie, you could hop in this league and tuck a couple motherfuckers.
I could hop in this league and easily get kills. Shout out to Slasher. You know what I'm saying? My boy Austin, he in that shit shooting. I'm gunning him. I'm gunning Slasher to sleep.
I will.
Sure.
Because listen, I stand high. I stand high on my pride sometimes as well. But listen, Claystig gassed me up at the bar on the Sunday. He said there's a few players that can come back, and he said I was one of them. And he didn't even say that to my face. He said that to someone else. So that wasn't even like he was forced to say it. Man still thinks I can shoot, and I know I can.
Yeah, bro. There's some not old ass players. I'm sorry. There's some older players or retired players that are gross, bro. Like. And there's some people right now that are fucking ass, but
oh god,
we'll keep that, you know what I'm saying? We'll keep that pushing.
Fat.
I'm gonna find a Don Dada lineman card real quick. Mattis did ask a question. He said, "Temp, any thoughts on why that MW2 Vegas team didn't work out as well as it could have done? I feel like it had potential."
I mean, bro, we missed a chance by like 1 or 2 games. So obviously there's just so many moments. There's so many different moments. Like one moment, like you can, like when you miss it by that close of a margin, every series mattered. Like we would lose to teams that we shouldn't have ever lost to. Like, were you on London in that game, Trey?
MW2, no, I got dropped. I got dropped.
Okay. Well, we lost to London like one time. That was like our team was way better than them. We were playing better than them at the time, and somehow we lost. The first split, I ran out the door with a knife, like trying to do it all, and costed a fucking round in game 5 that ended up biting our ass. Even though I played good the whole series, that shit was just unacceptable. I literally ran out a side door on fucking hotel search. The bomb site that was in the kitchen, I literally ran. Yeah. But like it goes under the radar.
I think I remember watching it.
It goes under the radar, and you try not to remember it because it's like, oh, it's just one match. But then you realize, damn, we lost by one match. We missed this shit by one match, and I was like, damn, I ran out of side door with a knife. What am I doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's so many moments like
you've done that, but you've also watched your teammates get tucked for like on every.
Bro, TJ got LASIK. Bro, going into that game, TJ got LASIK. There was like 4 different times, like somebody's right on TJ's screen and he didn't see him. Like there was a clutch the other day I watched, and it was I think it was Envoy. It was like a list. They literally have like a clip of a listening, and they were like, to your right, to your right, to your right, to your right, to your right. And then the guy like hopped on TJ, twerking on him, and just turned around and killed TJ. He was camping on the palm tree on Fortress. Y'all remember that?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, bro, he got LASIK, bro. This guy was going blind the first 3 months on my team. We're like, to your right, to your right, to your right. Oh, you didn't see him? Like, how the hell you didn't see him? Now his eyes are healed. Now his eyes are fully healed.
No way.
Now his eyes are fully healed and he's shooting.
That's why he's back.
Got LASIK on my team.
He was costing you too.
Like, bro.
Shout out PD, by the way, for the 5. This is the Don Temp 2023 season card. 89 overall.
Was good, bro.
Yeah, he was not bad at all.
Solid numbers.
Hell yeah.
That's a solid number. So
It's
obviously
like your
I'm
last,
still good.
your last season, really.
Yeah, it's my last season. I went straight from that to Challenger. So, and during the season, obviously they asked me to re-sign, but I'm thinking I'm good as fuck. Can I get on a better team? No, maybe I didn't.
And
Talk
it didn't
I
happen.
think
That's
looking back
so
at it, I should
chalk.
have
Oh my
been.
Bit
god.
I
more
should have been.
politics.
Yeah, I should have been politic.
That
I wasn't
was
talking
my
to no.
thing. I don't politic. I don't like it.
I thought my play was enough. I was not
Bro, I
talking
said
to
this, bro. I've
nobody.
been doing the same thing. I was like, I've been talking these clowns for a while. Maybe my gameplay done the talking. Next thing you know, I'm back on the min. Like, what's going on here?
Yeah, I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
It ain't fair out there. It ain't fair.
People gotta realize that, like, bro, if you start, bro, you can talk your way into a team. Like, you can just straight up
You
chat
can.
your way into a team.
You can. I told Byron to talk to Clay at that Sunday night. Like,
Hell
bro,
yeah,
I'm like, Byron, you better go up to Clay. You better buy that motherfucker a drink. Next thing you know, I open up Twitter. I'm seeing rumors pro loot to Vegas. I'm like, see,
I'm telling you.
that should be working.
me and Don next event, we gonna be chatting up everyone.
Buy everyone a drink. Fuck it.
Your trait.
Wait, Lamar, you need another. You want a Sprite? Like, I got you. Like, you want food? I got you. You know?
That's hilarious.
That's the game, baby. That's the game. All right, a couple of questions last before we close it out. Lloyd says, should a CDL team veto their worst map or the other team's best map? For example, Toronto are 8-1 on Skyline Hardpoint. Teams either have to play them on it or risk playing their auto veto. I think there's a question about vetoes. I know that Optic were talking about it when Prep was there today. Like, they had maps they just hated and they would just ban them. I think that's what most teams do. Right? They have a map they don't like, they just ban it. And I think sometimes that's fair. I think if you're a team that's not the best, you could probably get away with it. If you want to be the best team in the game, I don't think it really works like that. I think you need to have the diversification or whatever. But I mean, you guys were players.
You can go. You want to go first, Trey? Go ahead.
I'm like on the, I don't know, I'm on the fence about it because, like, listen, if I'm 0-8 in a map, I don't want to play that map.
Oh yeah, of course.
You know, I think what we see is a lot of teams just when they're not even that bad. Like, bro, oh my god, don't even get me started. Optic, for example, they are horrible at vote control, horrible. And who they play? They played Falcons.
Yeah, they
and
kept
that's
playing.
Falcons' best map.
They were running Vault Control back to back, and that shit costed.
Just ban their best map. And guess what? They didn't ban their best map. Falcons beat them on the control, and it just makes it look dumb. But it also goes team to team, right? Like, you know, you don't want to play FaZe on their best map, but do you want to let FaZe play you on your worst map and just fucking belt to ass? You know,
it's extremely situational. I don't think there's a right or wrong answer. Like, for even the Optic situation, it's so much. I feel like you should analyze the way people are. Like, I know Benjay always likes to talk about vetoes, and people like to talk about vetoes. When a team is awful, don't worry about their vetoes. They're fucking awful. When a team is competitive or good, then you should deep dive their vetoes and look at their decision making. Because, like, even the Optic one, you're like, it looks bad on their Skyline. Apparently, they are literally couldn't even play protocol. So if they, in their minds, they have automatically lost protocol, then they have to play Skyline not Skyline, Vault, because they're just fucking awful. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a bad
That's
team,
so checked.
You're just a bad team. Like, they would have played protocol and lost. They would have played Vault and lost. It's just situational. There's no right or wrong answer. And it also, on the flip side, like at the beginning, MW2, my team was like undefeated in Fortress S&D. It can like play into your advantage. My team was like undefeated.
Yeah, Temps Vegas team in MW2 was not bad. They just had like a slow start. They started locking in.
So then we would just
that shit was lit.
We just got to automatically play 2 search maps every single series that we were good at, like no matter what.
Gives you a chance to get better at other maps too. When you're that good at a map, people don't want to play on it. It's like
it's like we didn't. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say it's like us with Gavutu control. Like we were the best Gavutu control team of all time, and you know, but we were good at another control. So when people they were like, "Oh shit, which one do we ban?" And then they're just fucked. You know, that's the best of VOs.
Yeah, they're fucked. Yeah, that's literally how it plays both ways, and it's just very, very situational. So I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
Mindy says, any teams that haven't made a change that should. I think Zuma was saying on stream that there might be one more change coming. I don't know if you've heard anything of that sort because I hadn't heard any rumors. But
I heard it.
I guess you're looking at the teams. I mean, we mentioned Ravens probably need one. I guess that's the answer, isn't it, really?
Who the hell would
I think
Ravens
you
even
could
get,
argue,
though, at
like,
this point? It's
Heritage made
over.
a change. They brought in Super. What
They
else
could
did
have
they
bought
do?
Kenny. It's over.
And then
Now
C9,
Kenny's
I
on
think, are
rocker.
fine. The only other team is Boston, right?
I think Kenny on the Ravens would have been
They could
insane,
make a
too. They
move, but
fucking...
You know me, I'm pretty.
They choked.
Pretty satisfied.
They should have
with
bought
them.
him.
But maybe you
I didn't hear
can't.
that.
Slasher's playing good. Gwyn and
Like, let me,
TJ are playing great.
Let me ask.
It would have been insane.
Okay, well, that's
Unless Kenny joined and
'Cause if
played
you're-
like dog
let's
shit.
say you're Boston, you're looking all right. You've played some difficult teams.
Hoping Kenny
like
does good on rocker, though. First matches
obviously
against
you've been
his
beating
old
the major,
team.
locked up a top
against
six, that
Optic,
was
so
big points,
that's
but
gonna be
also
good.
You've got teams behind you like Rocker making moves. You've got Cloud9 trying to make a run. So, maybe there's like obviously Optic are making a change. They're all in a similar boat, so it's tough. But also you're taking a risk if you make a change at that point. So I think like Ravens, I think should make a change because I think if they don't make a change now, they'll be forced to at some point.
All right, nah, there are no more changes.
No more changes. All right, no more
From what you
changes.
said.
All right, we'll do one more question. I think we covered some of this stuff during the show. I know that there was. Yeah, there was this one from Mage. For Rab, you talked about before some COD pros disliking / blocking you. What about COD pros that you didn't like or have them blocked on Twitter? Were there pros / AMs that you really hate? Or other people in the COD scene like GMs, coaches, staffs, like CDL staff, crew? Honestly, not really. Like, you're always going to be friendlier with some people than others. It just is what it is. I
What do
think
you mean
in the
you don't
COD
like
scene,
you don't like Wake,
I have no issue with Wake.
but he's got you blocked, though, isn't he?
No, it's a booze who's got me blocked.
That's Abuser, that's it,
Yeah,
Abuser.
that ain't Wake. I don't have an issue with Wake.
Oh, Wizard got you blocked. That's good stuff. That's
Yeah,
good work.
Abuser still got me blocked, bro. The funny thing about that is because he's got me blocked, like, I actually really like the Surge team. 04's class, obviously Nasty and Neptune. I've got no issue with them. I'm glad that they're doing well. But every time Abuser plays, I'm like, can he drop a little stinker just one time? Just one time. But you never do. He's been
Trolling.
He's been trying. Look, we're in the generational haters club for a reason. But he's actually been cooking my shit, so I respect it heavy. But honestly, like, not really. I think most people in the COD scene, they want the same thing. That's what's nice. Okay, some of the challenges players rub me up the wrong way just because of the way they act and stuff. But it's like, look, I get it. If I was in their position, I wouldn't say that I'd be that different often. And most people just want. My feeling is, as long as you want the best for the scene, as long as you're trying your best to make that happen, either as a player or as someone who's involved in the scene in some capacity, then I'm gonna fuck with you. That's the way I look at it. So. That's my take. But, I've been around enough years. I made enough mistakes, made enough corrections. You know how it is. We've been there, Don.
Enough money.
Yeah, I had to block Rab. I had to block Rab at one point.
Yeah, we got.
I don't remember for what I blocked him for, but like I just remember as a player, sometimes like you just get annoyed with that, like with people speaking on you. You just get annoyed.
100%. If I was a player, I'd do the same shit. I'd be muting me. I would be going to YouTube and being like, do not recommend or whatever. 100%. Because why would you want to hear what like the media has to say about you, right? Like
the shit that would annoy me the most is my mom, because like my mom obviously is like she's rooting for me. She'll like watch your shit, and then like even with the shit with Doug, like I blocked Doug whenever like the New York shit was happening, Trey, and Doug was pissing me off, and then I'll go downstairs and be like, and my mom is like, what is it about Doug? Da da da. I'm like, Mom, stop. I already there's a reason why I blocked him. Now I can't even escape him because my mama bringing up Doug.
That's insane.
My mom bringing up Tag Rat. I'm like, I blocked Rat. I'm not trying to see nothing he got going on. Mom talking about Tag Rat in the kitchen. I'm like, God damn, I might as well unblock this motherfucker at this point. Dang.
The funny thing is I was
insane.
I say in the Rab, it's funny, like Rab talks about like stuff that's already public and stuff like that. So like, you know, he's just spreading the news across, which is great. He's trying to help esports grow, but it's funny how it all comes full circle that like, you know, we all like right now, like Rab's probably spoke shit about me, spoke shit about you.
Right.
And now we're doing a podcast with him. You know what I'm saying? Like everything going full circle. You know, I think people got to show some respect to Rab too, just because of how long he's been doing this shit. You know what I'm saying? He started off like just, he started off as a European COD fan. Now he's the worldwide news. He's like
Yeah.
he's like Fox News of the COD league.
Yeah.
I respect it. I think most of the players, like, they get it. They understand it at some point. But I also 100% get it from their perspective too. If what you said, Don, was funny though about like the parents, because like the parents all watch my shit. I know, because they all talk to me about stuff.
My mum loves watching your shit, bro.
Yeah,
That shit
I find it so
that shit
funny.
annoyed me. Like that shit actually annoyed me like so bad.
I don't
But then I
blame
remember
you,
when I unblocked you, I realized, I mean, whatever you said, I can't remember what happened, but whatever you covered was already public. You're just covering a public story, so it's not like you're like leaking information or doing anything. You're just giving your opinion and putting it on the platform. So if I didn't like it, I didn't like it. I mean, that's just is what it is. It was already public, you know. So that's the way I like looked at it. I'm like, he didn't do nothing wrong.
I fuck with it. I fuck with it heavy.
Alright.
Just one final thing. Apparently, Optic are tucking phase in scrims.
I
Really?
did see that. Yeah, I did.
They're
see
what?
that.
Wait, who
What
tweeted
was
it? Did Ronnie tweet it?
Oh, 3-1.
Yeah.
It's 3-1 right now.
That's
They're about
wild.
to win
Here
this
we go.
protocol. That's it.
But I will say, FaZe always look ass online.
The scrims they usually
Really?
godlike, to be fair.
I'm about to say those guys are the best scrim team I ever played.
I mean, in
Maybe in
matches,
this
I feel like
they're
FaZe
great.
troll during scrims. I don't feel like they're really
In
trying. That shit
matches,
ain't
they
for
never look
money.
fantastic. But then
They're a
good
team
at
that only
LAN,
tries
they
when it's
look
for the
great.
actual bag or like the match matters or qualifiers, you know. In scrims, I feel like they
Yeah,
might be
bro.
throwing some
Okay.
maps
This is
just to
where-
see
this is
how the
where
other
people
teams are
buy
playing.
Optic coin early. They're like, yes, we're back.
Optic are back. Hook is back. The truth. The truth.
Or maybe Optic is just
But it's
shitting on
really
them.
good signs. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, that was a fun little show, and I'm gonna have to just quickly correct the cameras because I messed it up again, of course. So LPG sit back at it again. But yeah, Don, absolute pleasure to have you on the show today. Enjoyed your company. We yapped about a lot of stuff. That's what it's all about here. You know, we telling the truth as it is. You know, we don't mess around on this show. We speak our minds, and I think the community appreciate it. So thanks all for watching live after the fact on YouTube and Spotify. If you're watching on Spotify as well, you can watch the whole video on there. We don't just upload the audio, the video's on there too. Drop a little 5-star review. But yeah, Don, any final thoughts before the weekend? Because big matches coming up. Optic versus Ken. I'm sure you're going to be watching that one.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm excited to watch these matches. I'm gonna be more tuned in since I'm gonna, be speaking on it. I got to make sure my word is true and holds weight. I'm just happy to be here. It was a good show. I feel like the shows will be better, like the more I'm on here. Let me know if y'all feel like I talked too much or did anything that was bad or I cut you off. But yeah, I don't know. That was fun. That was fun.
Hell yeah.
That was fun. That was lit. I'm excited to do more shows and watch the games. Yeah.
Hey, listen. Probably one of my favorite shows I've had in recent times. You know, it's always nice getting another pro player aspect on it too, especially someone, I've teamed with Dom, we've had beef, we've had love, you know what I'm saying? It's always,
I
It's,
like this
we've been
dynamic,
through the
actually. It is fun.
we've been through the ringer, like we got stories and shit like that. It's great. So yeah, like I said, it's a pleasure. Thank you guys for tuning in. Pre-show coming up on Friday. Maybe we'll get like Gersh and stuff on as well. He said he wanted to hop on Friday. See if we can get some like people, get some more personalities around there, and keep supporting the show. Make sure
It'd
you
be fire if
subscribe.
they
We're
could
trying
get
to
some
reach
more
100K.
guests.
I think we can reach 100K by the end of the fucking year. So
Hell
if
yeah.
we can, hey, keep subscribing, keep supporting Breaking Point. Go watch Tack Rab's videos every day. Yeah.
Leave a like, leave a dislike. If you like us, if you hate us, that's what it's all about, the show. Appreciate you guys. Take care. We'll see you next time.
All right, chat. That was the dope check for the day. That's insane intel so far. Man, the Rostermania has gotten insane. We got the season 3 roadmap for Warzone. I mean, do we just have like an overall roadmap, or is that the only one? No, wait, right. We got season 3 here. Oh, there's the roadmap right there. All right. It's a little small, but we're gonna go over this in a second. I'm just gonna hit the bathroom really quick. I'll be right back. All right, we back. I gotta change the title and stuff for Warzone.
I'm maxed.
What's
You Mac?
good, dogs?
Yeah,
Yo,
I'm on the way. What's good, Ruben?
Chilling.
just driving. What are you doing, Pluto? What you on right now, Ruben?
I'm about a little Warzone in a second.
Oh yeah, I'm going left. Oh fuck.
But I'm behind you. Did we get off the C1?
Yeah,
I wasn't paying attention.
we could have right there. We could, I think, right here too. It's open. Oh no, it's not. That way is. Oh,
Oh
we
wait,
could have went.
yeah, this is C1.
Yeah, no, we're
I'm
on
tripping.
C1 right now.
Why do I not remember it being so skinny?
Pluto, what's wrong?
Oh, he maxed.
Hold on.
He's dead.
Pluto's like tweaking.
You're good.
You okay?
He said, bro, it's glitching. Hold on.
What's wrong?
Eat something? You got some in his mouth? Dogs be doing that.